The barn was originally built in 1820. All the logs on the bottom part of the barn are all original. When the Barrick family came over in 1839, they bought the farm from the Twyman family. And then at some point in the late 1800s, we think they put the frame up around the rest of it. So underneath the main portion of the barn are all the original 1800 logs, and it's rock solid. They started doing termite protection a long time ago, and so there's no rot, there's no insect infestation. It's an amazing barn. When the historian came down and told us this is a national treasure, because of the logs underneath it, you can find a lot of big open barns and used for a variety of means, but to have these logs protected for 200 years and to have the big open part of the barn above it where you have a solid foundation underneath it, it's just a really special, unique barn. And so he's never seen another one like it. They did a great job building the barn. All the logs are up on stone foundation, and so that definitely helps keeping the water off it. By building the outer shell, it protected the logs from the elements, and so when the rain came and all the weather comes, it's hitting the shell versus the main logs. So there's been some updates to the shell over the years with the siding, and we've had to replace some posts here just this past year. But overall, the main integrity of the barn, where the history is at, that's all been protected. So the logs are all hand hewn, and they would have cut down the trees and just started chopping up to get the logs in the shape that they wanted. And the beautiful thing is, these logs sit on top of one another. There's no rods, there's no bolts, there's no nails. They're all just stacked on top of one another. And so when it's layered like this, it's solid. It's more solid than most foundations are built today. And so it's square. They have unique designs of just getting these angles to where it just sets one on top of the other. So it's remarkable the size of these logs and how, it would have taken teams of men just to get each log in place. With the log home restoration we're doing now, they have big machinery to lift these logs up and get them up. But for this barn, it's remarkable to see these logs are 200 years old, just to see their stories and each one of these hits and cuts, and it's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah.
My wife Jenny Williamson and I are ambassadors for Saxon Lutheran Memorial. We are very excited to go out and share this place with the people we come in contact with. We're in the Christian music business. My wife Jenny's been a Christian artist for 24 years. And so we travel across the country to churches and schools and conferences, and we get a chance to tell the story of East Perry County and the Saxon immigrants that came over here in 1839, and share with them what Saxon Lutheran Memorial is and how it's a tribute to these immigrants, and just to give people a glimpse of what life is like and why they came to America seeking religious freedom. Our fall festival coming up the second Saturday of October every year, and it's October 12th this year. We have several thousand people that come out to Saxon Lutheran Memorial. We have food, we have beverages, we have the wood shop open, we have the blacksmith shop open, we have the log homes open, to see just a glimpse of what life was like back in the 1800s. We have vendors from across the region that come in and share their arts and crafts to sell. We have our German bread oven, which is one of the favorite parts of the guests, because it's warm bread coming out of the oven, and that's always the first line that backs up. We have live music. We have a bluegrass band coming down. We have a German polka band coming down. They play some German music. And then we have the Schnitzelbank dance that's going to happen as well. So it's an incredible day. It's from 9 to 4. People come from across the region to come just experience the life, the peacefulness out here at Saxon Lutheran Memorial, and just to, again, get a glimpse of what life is like back in the day.